this could end up being war. Alright, welcome back to another video over here on SCS Combat, and today I'm going to be giving you my official prediction for Anto Cacace vs Jazza Dickens going down this weekend in the 3 Arena in Dublin for the WBS Super Featherweight World title. What a fight this is going to be. This could end up being one of the fights of the year, and yeah, it's going to be my pick for it. I'm going to talk you through how I think the fight's going to go down, how the styles clash, and give you my winner at the end. Let's get into it. Starting off with the world champion, Jazza Dickens. I mean, what a fighter, and the run he's been on to get to this point, and to get the upset win in his last fight to become WBA interim champion at that point. Then he gets obviously upgraded to the full champion. Quite a special story. He's a veteran in the game. 36 wins it takes him, and he gets that world title. 36 wins, 5 losses for Jazza Dickens. And I mean, what a fighter he has been over the past while. He's been in his prime, but so has another man, and that man is Anto Cacace. And this is why I think that this fight and these styles clashing is really something to say, because this could end up being war, or it could end up being very good boxing display, but we'll get into that. Starting off with Jazza Dickens, one thing I noticed in his last fight, there's a lot of things, and he's a world champion, so there's going to be. I was quite impressed with his jab. His jab was very accurate, double jab, quite clean. And Cacace's coming off the back of his victory over Lee Wood. When Lee Wood would land in that fight, he did land the jab a good couple of times. So obviously that's something that Jazza Dickens will look to utilise. When it comes to his defense as well, he's very slick, getting in and out. You know, got sort of that peekaboo style at times. Then I see him using a bit of the Philly shell, puts his hands up good. Really good defense from Jazza Dickens. All around pretty good fighter. He's sharp and he's good at a lot of things. He's a southpaw as well, not to mention. Cacace does also switch stances, and we'll get into that. But I think another thing that Dickens carries is the accuracy, and along with it the power behind it. You know, you look at that last fight, and the shot that he initially hurts his opponent with is a really brilliantly timed left hand. For as soon as his opponent went to throw his, he clocks him with it, and that was the beginning of the end. Very accurate punches from Jazza Dickens, and obviously showing power and getting the stoppage there. A very good solid fighter, and one that also has a good chin. He will not go out without a fight. He is a very determined, heart-filled fighter, a very humble fighter, by the way. And this is another thing. This is actually like a tough video to make, because seeing both of these fighters so much, and I've met Cacace and stuff, they're both unbelievably sound. So this is just, I have to do it for my video. But shout out to both these fighters, because they're humble and they're world champions, and I think that's something good. It can be rare to see at times, and this will be an unbelievable fight. On the other hand, Anto Cacace, the former IBF world champion, gets his breakthrough moment. Finally wins the world title against Joe Cordina on a Riyadh season show, and I believe it was Fury Usyk won. You know, just what a moment. You seen him jump into the air over the rope, screaming, going to Frank Warren, celebrating. I mean, what a moment that was. Since then, he's defeated Josh Warrington. Then after that, he defeated Lee Wood in the best performance of his career yet. I think that was quite special, and something that I picked up on a lot in that fight that could work quite well for Cacace in this one was his overall ability to box on the front and the back foot, but his counter ability. And you look at where the beginning of the end started for Lee Wood in their fight. Lee Wood's trying to go in, he's trying to get a shot off, and Cacace misses one. Lee Wood thinks this is my time, and Cacace just throws a left hook and blocked him. Brilliant shot, brilliantly timed, and Lee Wood was hurt. And this is the skills of Anto Cacace, one of the best finishers you'll see as well. You look at that Joe Cordina fight. Joe Cordina, once he was dropped, was never let off the hook again, and obviously that led to the stoppage, and in my opinion that fight should have been stopped a lot sooner. Then in this Lee Wood fight, Anto Cacace goes out there, hurts him, and pretty much puts on an onslaught. Lee Wood couldn't do much about it. Brilliant shot selection from Cacace. The way he sets up the finish at the end, once he gets the knockdown, he does a bit of work, then he gets Lee Wood hurt again. Uppercut, whack, left hook to the body as hard as possible. See the look on Lee Wood's face as he near goes down. Shout out to Lee Wood. But Cacace overall carries the power as well. Brilliant shot selection. Just an all-around great boxer. The footwork, the timing, the speed, and the power for that weight class as well. And the toughness, the chin. Joe Cordina hit him with some of the best shots he could hit him with. He didn't go down. He would hit him clean at times. He took it well. So Cacace really is a special fighter, and so is Jazza Dickens. I think the way this fight could work out is Jazza Dickens looking to get on the inside with that jab and with that peekaboo style of his, because Cacace's shots are quite long and quite rangy. You see him use the hooks. That's how he stopped Joe Cordina. Lee Wood with hooks as well. I could see Jazza Dickens looking to get underneath those shots, sneak shots to the body, get his jab to land, and then obviously in his game plan will probably be to build up that pressure, ramp up that pressure, and whenever the time comes, land that sharp left hand, that power left hand on Cacace to try and seal the deal. Cacace, on the other hand, in my opinion, is going to go out there and use his range. I think he's going to use Jazza Jazza Dickens' style against him very well, and it's something that I noticed in watching Jazza Dickens' last fight. There, it's in my opinion that his opponent didn't cope too well with the style. I think Cacace, with his range and his height, will be able to keep Dickens off him, will be able to cope with the pace, the pressure, and counter box very well, then mix that in with his offensive boxing. He's a very sharp boxer, and I think Cacace will obviously look to land that big shot as well, and I think in this fight for Cacace, it will obviously either be that hook or that uppercut. Although I said about Dickens' last opponent not being able to land the right shot or cope with the pressure, he did land a couple of looping hooks. Those are the shots Cacace looks to land. Also, I mean, anyone with a peekaboo style of points and uppercuts going to be a shot that people throw at them. I think those will be the shots with Cacace in this one, and the hooks could be counter as well. Like that Lee Wood one was perfect. So there's a lot of ways here, in my opinion. The form that he's been on, the form that both these fighters have been on, has been insane, but the form that Cacace has been on, in my opinion, hopefully still continues. Obviously, he's had time out with an injury. He was supposed to fight Ray Ford, but he's back now. He's in Dublin, and Jazza Dickens always has high praise as well for Dublin. He says like he feels like he's from there and that this is his homecoming as well. Obviously, he's from Liverpool, but this is going to be one of the best fights you will see. I hate that I have to pick one of these fighters, but I am going to pick Anto Cacace here. I just think that slick style of his is going to pay off. I think he's going to be able to outbox Jazza Dickens, and I think that he's going to get it done via decision. I do not think that this will be a knockout. I think we could maybe see knockdown. Either way, both these fighters are so tough and durable that I think this one goes to a decision. I think Anto Cacace gets his hand raised in a very close, tough fight, because although I've mentioned the style, I don't see Jazza Dickens ever fading. That's what I think, but I do think Cacace will get this one done via decision and become the new WBA super featherweight champion of the world. That would obviously cement his legacy a lot, but if Jazza Dickens was to pull this off, it would be one of the most unbelievable wins yet for him, obviously. Cacace is on a run right now. Joe Cordina, Lee Wood, and Josh Warrington. Sorry, I got those in the wrong order, but those are three former world champions, two-time world champions even. Cacace is on an absolute unbelievable run, and I am picking him to continue it here. But if you disagree, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and like I said, I had to pick someone, but shout out to both these fighters because they both seem unbelievably sound. That's what we like to see in this game. Subscribe if you haven't already. See all my tags are on screen. Like, subscribe, follow for more. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.